All right, this is Mike Zwick. I've got my good friend Sharon Hungerford back here. And Sharon, we've done several shows on If Not For God with Mike Zwick. But today I wanted to highlight her ministry. And what she does is it's called shepherdstaffministries.org. And so it's SHEPERDS, it's shepherdstaffministries.org. Please go check that out. But she got into Israel because the Lord dropped a word.
Yes, the Lord, I believe, put His heart into our heart, but He dropped a word and said the name Cohen, said this is your link to Israel. We didn't know any Cohens, but within a day or two we found a brochure that said Chuck Cohen and Eliyahu Ben Haim were coming from Israel to speak on Israel. So of course it set our hearts on fire. Chuck came and he spoke on what the Gentile part of the church was to do for the Jewish part. And I did not realize there were scriptures in the Bible about that. And so his first verse was Isaiah 40, verse 1 and 2. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. Speak kindly to Jerusalem and tell them their warfare has ended. And most people know where to pray for Israel and pray for Jerusalem. We're not to give God any rest until He makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. We're to contribute. And one of the big areas that my ministry helps with is Aliyah. When the Jews were having to leave Ukraine because of Russia, we ended up helping some Jews from Ukraine get settled in the land while they had to be away from their family. And so, and of course, some of them will actually move to Israel, make that their home, and also some Russians made that their home as well. They didn't want to come under communism, so.
Wow, and so I think it's Psalm 122:6 where it says to pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and may those who love you prosper. But Aliyah is Aliyah, is that right?
Correct. It means to go up in the Hebrew, because Mount Zion is up, so when the Jews return, they're to go up. But it's fulfilling the covenant promises that God told them to possess the land. And that hadn't happened completely, but it will happen.
Yeah, and I see it happening now with the Ukrainian Jews are actually leaving and going back to Israel. But please check this out. You can look at Sharon Hungerford on Facebook. You can look her up there. You can go to shepherdstaffministries.org, or you can go to check out Aliyah, Aliyah. But please, if nothing else, please at least pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and do what you can do to get involved, because there are a lot of people who are involved in this, and it's very important.